Hey, what's up? My name is Alex. I recently lost weight, and you don't know how fat you are until you lose the weight. I was swimming in my pool condo swimming laps. Before the weight loss, I would just stand there with a beer in my hand, with my big old fat gut. Now I'm swimming laps, and women are checking me out. When I went to go play basketball at the park, a woman did this to me. It's like she was shopping for a guy shopping for a car. She's like, you know what? This guy can lift heavy objects and bring in my groceries. And I'll be shopping at the produce section, and women will come back to this section that they were already in. Like she'll have bananas, she'll come back just to get my attention. I was like, the last time that happened was with bananas. I was like, you already have bananas. What's she doing back? She wanted my attention. But I pay no attention to these women because they don't have any childbearing years left in them. So I resolved to go into the club. And I know the club is not the best place for it, but you should see the attention whores that you come across in the gym with the leggings and the yoga pants. It's just recording themselves. It's just they're just awful. So I resolved to go into the club, and the club is way past me. It's crowded. It's loud music. It's not my scene anymore. And I accidentally bumped into this guy and spilled his drink, and then he pushed me from behind. I was like, what the fuck? And then I cut myself off, coming to the realization that he was 7 feet tall and 300 pounds. And I told him, hey, I am really sorry. The club is so crowded, and I would like to reimburse you for that drink. And in the gym, the reason I don't go to the gym is because you come across these attention whores. Like, they're wearing these yoga pants, these push-up bras. Their tits are just begging to come out, and their camel toe is visible. And then a guy will look at her, and she'll get offended. She's like, what are you looking at, you creep? And the guy will say, hey, you're wearing the whole attention whore starter pack, and you don't want me to look at you? And then a guy from across the gym will chime in, hey, hon, I have vasodilators. You want to take some to fluff up your already visible camel toe? And then a third guy will take her tripod and camera. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I don't like being recorded, and the gym is for everyone. I want to work out in peace. And then finally, the manager comes in and intervenes. He's like, what is all this commotion about? And he's like, you know what? No need to explain. It's this attention whore here that we have at the gym. And he'll tell her, honey, this isn't a bar or a club. Don't dress like a cock teaser here. No one's here to look at you. No one's here to give you attention. The men here are here to work out. Go home, change to something more appropriate, and leave your camera at home. And then the whole gym claps. What a perfect ending. And I'm a short king. For those of you who don't know what a short king is, it means you're short and you have money. Before, short guys used to get curved all the time. Now these women are in the lookout for them. Short king at 3 o'clock. Roger that. Are you sure he's a short king? He has a gold Rolex and an Armani suit and tie. He's definitely a short king. On our way. Roger that. And we know what these women are about. So what we do is we just give our debit card to our friend. Here, take it. Whatever happens, don't give it back to me. And then the woman will approach you like this. Hey, hi, what's up? Hi, hey. And you're like, whoa, what are you doing? Isn't it obvious? I'm trying to sperm check you so that you can give me a fat child support payment. I recently turned 40 and I changed my entire wardrobe. I wanted to dress, like a man, maybe, be more appropriate with my dress and appearance. Before I would wear these white, dirty tennis shoes, pants that were 3 sizes too big, and an oversized t-shirt. And so I went shopping, and I'm looking at the high-end men's stores like this, like Forrest Gump, like coy and scared, not knowing if I should go in there like a little Bambi. And I finally get the courage to go in there, and then this sales associate approaches me. They're all gay. He looks at me like, hi. Passing judgment, looking up and down, passing judgment. Looking at me like, oh, this guy is not going to buy anything from me. I'm not going to make any commission off of him. His wife is probably over there shopping. He just meandered in here. Nevertheless, he helps me out. He tells me about color coordination. I'm like, dude, there's a nacho stain on my shirt. I have no idea what you're talking about. And so he's very nice about it. He's patient, but eventually he goes to help someone else because he probably comes to the realization that I'm not going to buy anything just on account of how I was dressed. And so there's another guy there, a shopper, who helps me out, who's also gay, and he does the same thing. Like, he passes his judgment. He's like, oh my God, you poor thing. Like, you never been shopping before. He tells me, I was like, no, I haven't. And so he helps me out. He does the same thing. And we're color coordinating, and we're picking out outfits because they're outfits now. They're not shirts and ties. It's a whole ensemble, as they call it, these homosexuals. And so we pick out outfits, and the process takes about an hour. I'm thinking we're done. And he's like, now we got to get you tailored. I was like, oh, no. And I told him, look, dude, you see this nacho stain that I have on my shirt? I cleaned it up doing this. What the fuck do you think I know about tailoring? Do you think that I'm a guy that gets tailored or wants to get tailored? He's like, trust me, you'll thank me later. So we get tailored, they're adjusting, they're measuring. And for those of you who haven't gotten tailored, I'm guessing every guy here, they use needles. So if you move, you're going to take a needle to your ass. And that's what happened. I took a needle to the ass, I'm like, oh. And then the guy's like, oh, you just lost your shopping virginity. And so that takes about another hour. We're finally done. I'm thinking we're done. He's like, now we gotta get you shoes. I was like, no. And I'm like, what is that, about another hour? He's like, yeah, at least. And so at this point, I'm already appreciating the amount of effort that women put forth in dressing themselves. And we don't understand that until we're doing it also. So women, they spend an enormous amount of time shopping, color coordinating, putting on makeup, their hair and everything. So I have a new found appreciation for what they do. So guys, next time, consider the process of dressing up is so lengthy before you tear into your woman's clothes and start sexing her up. So we go to I forgot the men's store that sells shoes, and we do the same thing. We mix and match with the outfits. And so that process takes another hour. So at this point, 3 hours have elapsed. And so to thank Timmy, the gay guy, I offer him to buy him a cup of coffee at Starbucks. And we go to Starbucks, and I order a coffee latte like any guy would, café con leche. Tim, the homosexual guy, orders a frappuccino, non-fat, almond milk at caramel and chocolate with some whipped foam and, add some sprinkles. His order length was about that long. And I didn't pass judgment, but he passed the judgment on me. He's like, oh, you poor thing. This is Starbucks. This is a different kind of coffee. You should have just gone to a diner. He tells me for, your coffee latte. We start sitting and we're drinking our coffee. And I tell him, hey, man, you guys are amazing at what you do. You're like women on steroids. You're dressing, or you dress just as well. You design better. You decorate better. You cook better. You're, in fact, designing the dresses that the movie stars wear at the gala events, the Oscars, and applying their makeup and doing their hair. And he's like, that's what we do. And so we get to finishing our coffee, and he's like, we got to get your hair done. I was like, no. 3 hours have elapsed or more, probably 4 at this point. And so we go and to the beauty salon. I've never even been to a beauty salon. I've been to a barber shop. I've been getting $5 haircuts all my life. In fact, I used to cut my own hair in high school using clippers. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And so when I approach the beauty salon, I'm greeted by an Asian master stylist. I was like, whoa. That term just went over my head. Come on. Prototypical guy, what does he know about that? So she sits me down and she asks, would you like a protein treatment? I was like, looking at her with this dumb, stupid look on my face. I was like, honey, the only protein treatment I know is the one you take, the milkshake you drink before you go work out at the gym. So she explains to me, it's for texture, shine and fortify your hair. I was like, oh, okay. And then Timmy comes in. He's like, give him the works. So she gives me the works. And afterwards, she begins to cut my hair. When you go to the barber shop or even the beauty salon, they cut your hair like this, right? Well, this particular master stylist, and I don't want to start libations, but she did do this. And she started holding the scissors like that, like a knife. And then she started doing this. Very impressive. She went to the lengths of doing this, cutting the hair in half, and then doing that. I don't know why, but that was very impressive. And so at this point, my girlfriend calls. She's like, "Where are you?" I tell her I'm with this guy. And she's like, "This guy?" I'm like, "No. It's not. It's he changed me." He's like, "He changed you?" No. That's not. He changed me for the good. I tell her the good. She thinks I'm getting it on with Timmy. I was like, no. He helped me pick out clothes and shoes, and right now I'm getting my hair cut. I'll see you at home. She's like, "Oh, okay." So the master stylist finishes her haircut. I pay the $80. No one's ever gotten a haircut by a master stylist, they charge you $80. It's not a $5-10 haircut, but it's very worth it. And so I tip her. I was like, it's $20. That was very impressive. What you did. It's something that I would pay to see, like at, Cirque du Soleil, something like that, or Asian theatrical performance. And so I tip her $20, and then I wave off Tim and I say, "Thank you for all your efforts. I mean, what you did was incredible." And I put on the clothes that I just purchased. And then I arrive at my girlfriend's home. And she opens the door and she's like, "Wow, you look like $1 million. You're definitely getting sex tonight."